Hi, ArcfieldWeather.com meteorologist Paul Dorian here on Monday morning, October 17th. A vigorous upper level low is crossing the Great Lakes this morning. It will tend to rotate around, maybe slide a little bit to the south and east over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and it represents the chilliest air mass of the season so far for the Great Lakes, for the Mid-Atlantic region, and the northeastern part of the nation. High temperatures on Tuesday and Wednesday will be some of the lowest readings so far. Places like D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston, well below normal for this time of the year, with that chilly air crossing the still relatively mild waters of the Great Lakes. Certainly can be some Great Lakes snow showers developing over the next 12, 24, 36 hours or so, primarily upstream from the I-95 corridor region, places like western Pennsylvania, northwestern Pennsylvania, western New York, interior part of the northeastern part of the nation. It looks like this cold shot will continue Tuesday, Wednesday, and Thursday. There can even be some frost in suburban locations all of those nights, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, even Thursday night, in those suburban locations well to the north and west of the urban areas in the I-95 corridor region. And then much milder air will return by the upcoming weekend. It certainly looks like noticeably milder conditions for the upcoming Saturday and Sunday, probably highs of 70 degrees in many spots along the I-95 corridor region. Here's where we begin the day here on Monday morning, October 17th. Again, a vigorous upper level low right in this region right here. See, it'll kind of tend to rotate around over the next 12 to 24 hours or so, and the colder air mass will slide in all the way to the from the northwest to the southeast, all the way down into the Tennessee Valley and even the southeastern part of the nation. We'll see the 850 millibar temperature anomalies in a moment here. These are the 500 millibar height anomalies from last night's operational run of the 0Z GFS. And here we go from Monday morning into Monday evening, all the way into Tuesday morning, just still kind of spinning around there. And then finally at midweek, still pretty much the same position as it is this morning, Monday morning. It just shifts a little bit to the east, and again, that colder air mass will push all the way down into the southeastern part of the nation. Frost possible any of the next few nights, Tuesday night, Wednesday night, Thursday night, in the suburban locations and interior mid-Atlantic, northeast U.S. And here we go, by the time we get to Thursday, it starts to pull out here to the north and east, retreating all the way up to the Hudson Bay region of Canada by Thursday morning, that upper level low pressure system. Notice strong ridging developing over the northwestern part of the nation. Eventually that pushes all the way to the east. Let's keep moving forward here, and we'll go into the upcoming weekend. Here we are now by Saturday morning. Notice ridging shifts, kind of a big flip here from high heights over the northwestern U.S. to lower heights, and the upper level low just scoots up into Canada by the end of the week. And here we have ridging popping up over the northeastern part of the nation. We're looking ahead here. This is Saturday morning, October 22nd. Now let's move out a little bit farther in time, and notice this system up over southeastern Canada, by the time we get to about a week away, next Monday, really intensifies, and this always sets off a red flag in my mind to watch out for potential tropical mischief here in the southwestern Atlantic. This may be something to watch for the next, let's say, 6 to 10 days or so. With this kind of strong upper level ridging a week from now, next Monday, October 24th, again, watch out in this particular area. Perhaps a last gasp of a tropical system that could have an impact on the East Coast. Again, just because I'm seeing this here, I'm going to be cautious about the southwestern Atlantic. There's nothing out there right now, but this pattern, this time of the year, always brings some concern because a tropical system can certainly form in this region right here and can undercut that high pressure ridging and possibly have an impact on the southeastern U.S. coastline. So we'll watch for that later this week into the upcoming weekend. Well, here are the 850 millibar temperature anomalies as we begin the day here on Monday, October 17th. Much below normal conditions over the upper part of the Midwest and northern plains. Core of the coldest air relative to normal. this morning, setting up over Minnesota and Iowa. Remember, we saw the higher heights than normal in the Pacific Northwest, and they have higher temperatures than normal, at least at the 850 millibar level as we begin the day. This cold air mass makes it into the mid-Atlantic region. You'll see in a moment it drives all the way down to the southeast U.S. and encompasses the southeastern states over the next few days. Here we go. By the time we get to tomorrow morning, diving to the south, some of the colder than normal air mass slides in the mid-Atlantic region, and again all the way down into the Gulf region and Florida by midweek. This is late Wednesday afternoon, Wednesday evening, well below normal, extending from the Gulf region all the way up to the interior Northeast, well above normal conditions out across the Pacific Northwest by the time we get to the second half of the work week. Let's keep moving forward. Again, watch for the possibility of some of the first frosts of the season in those outlying areas to the north and west of D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston late Tuesday night, late Wednesday night, and perhaps even again late Thursday night. Well above normal conditions on Thursday afternoon out across the western half of the nation. And eventually that milder air makes it all the way across the country, all the way across the northern U.S., into the mid-Atlantic region, the northeast U.S., by the time we get to the upcoming weekend of substantially above normal over Minnesota. Same place this morning, it's substantially below normal. So big changes coming to the northern plains. And again, by the time we get to the upcoming weekend, we'll be back to noticeably milder conditions in the I-95 corridor region of the mid-Atlantic of the northeast U.S. Highs Saturday and Sunday probably 70-plus degrees. D.C., Philadelphia, New York City, and Boston. Well, let's wrap up with the surface forecast maps of the Zero-Z GFS model room. There are a few showers around. Certainly cannot rule out a couple of showers in the mid-Atlantic, in the northeast U.S. Does not look like a heavy rain event. The blue represents areas of snow, cold enough for snow this morning across northern Wisconsin, maybe the northeastern part of Minnesota, into the southern part of Canada. Now let's move forward. You can see these dashed blue lines. These are what we call thickness values, lower half of the atmosphere from the surface level up to the midpoint 500 millibars. The lower the thickness, generally the lower the temperatures. And here we see this 540 line, which is kind of a magical line that we monitor during the winter season as the rain-snow line. Oftentimes it represents where the rain-snow boundary may exist in a rain-snow event. And it's driving to the south and east. Notice here, by this evening, we're still above 540 in the I-95 corridor region, but by the time we get to late tomorrow night, the 540 line drives all the way down into the Tennessee Valley and just to the east of the I-95 corridor region. This is Tuesday night, and again, enough instability in the atmosphere for some Great Lakes snow showers. Not a major widespread event. Certainly can see some of the first snowflakes of the season. For example, western, northern Pennsylvania, western New York, even interior New England can see a few snowflakes in this cold air outbreak over the Tuesday, Wednesday time frame. Then we'll start to get in the latter part of the week. This is Wednesday morning, and at this time, this 540 thickness line will still be around, so there could be some frost all the way into Thursday morning in this particular pattern. But watch this just retreat all the way to the north and east by the time we get to Friday morning, way up here by Friday morning into the northern New England area, and that goes even farther to the north into the Hudson Bay region of Canada by the time we get to Saturday morning. And here we have noticeably milder conditions, high pressure at this time shifting off the eastern seaboard, and on the back side we have a strong fetch of air out of the south central states into the Ohio Valley, and that'll translate into noticeably milder conditions on Saturday and Sunday in the mid-Atlantic region, northeast U.S. Again, high temperatures Saturday and Sunday could be 70-plus degrees in that D.C. to Boston corridor. But some of the lowest temperatures of the season so far are coming for Tuesday, Wednesday, and even into Thursday. Watch out for the first frost of the season also in some of those northern and western suburbs along the I-95 corridor region. That's it for now. For ArcfieldWeather.com, I'm meteorologist Paul Dorian.